Hello and welcome back to the Midweek Podcast. So, we are talking about social media this week and we're talking about how you can grow your social media. Now, this isn't going to be some long, boring podcast about why you should offer value out and, get to be the local digital mayor and all this sort of stuff that you should do already. So, yawn, we've done that, we've covered it, we know we should be offering out value. What I will say is that the job of your social media is to be able to know who you are before you walk to the front door. So therefore, your face, your voice needs to be on your social media as much as it possibly can do. So when you walk up their driveway, they're like, oh my God, that's Bob. I follow him on Instagram. I saw his video last week. So that's where you need your social media. Your goal of your social media is to get across, build your personal brand, and to be able to understand and know, like, and trust you before you even walk to their front door. So great. So we know that is the case. So fantastic. That's where we should be heading towards with regard to our social media. Now let's talk a few practical steps. I don't want to say hacks, but things we can do to grow your social media in the short term, because we all want some bang for our buck. So let's start with number one. If you follow people, they will follow you back. So therefore, if you look at people in the local area and you follow them on social media, I'm not sure what the ratio here is, but let's say 1 in 10, 1 in 5, whatever it may be, will follow you back on your own social media because they'll think, oh, they're local, I'll follow them back on their own social media. So the easiest way to grow your social media is by following other people. Now, I will put a caveat on this. Before you go absolutely nuts and follow your entire town in one session, you can get shadow banned if you go too crazy on this. So the algorithms are very astute and alert to people doing things that are sort of out of the ordinary. So if you suddenly decide to add 400 people in 10 minutes space, they'll be like, that feels a bit spammy. So I would put a line in the sand of 10 to 15 people per day. Now the good news is you can literally do this while you eat your cornflakes. You can sit there and be like, yep, great, I'll follow them. Yeah, great, follow them. I'll connect with them. Thank you very much. So I'd be doing this across all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it's called these days. Connect with people in your local area. Now, the next question is, how do we find these people in your local area to follow? Well, where do your ideal clients hang out? Now, let's say, for example, you deal with high net worth individuals, for example. Well, let's be very stereotypical about this. Chances are it's going to be down the golf club. It's going to be the local tennis court, for example. It might be the guys who follow the local BMW garage. I don't know. All the things that you think, actually, my ideal client will follow those people. They'll follow that club. They'll be part of the local running club, for example. And it's things where you know they're going to be local if they're following it. So, for example, let's say you sell family homes. Well, chances are everybody who follows the local school on Instagram, for example, is going to be a local parent or lives in the local area. Not many people from the other side of the world are going to follow the local secondary school, I wouldn't have thought. So therefore, you can be pretty sure that all the people that follow the school have kids at that school or did have kids at that school historically and just kind of want to stay up to date about what's going on with it. Great. So therefore, they've got 1,000 followers, let's say. Well, that's going to take us a pretty decent amount of time to add all those people, bearing in mind they're all locals within our area. So that's a really good place to start. But as we mentioned earlier, do not go nuts with regard to the following side of things. So next stage, now we've got the point where we are following people in the local area, we want to engage with them. The main word in social media is the social part of it. And therefore, we need to interact with people in the local area. So therefore, we should be liking and commenting on their posts every single day. But again, this isn't like a blank check to spend all day on Instagram or Facebook, for example. You can just go, right, between 9 o'clock and 9:15, I'm going to spend time liking and commenting on local posts. Great. Now, a little hack here, if you're not very well connected in the local area, is if I commented on someone's post and I said, oh, Jeff, this looks amazing, or what a brilliant photograph, Jeff. Other people who look at that comment will be like, Jeff. Really? I don't know Jeff. I just made it up. I literally just said, great photograph, Jeff. And other people will assume you know them. So when I first launched the Estate Agency Consultancy, I was in no way connected very well with people on social media or LinkedIn or anything like any way, shape or form. So I'd add people, they would put things online the next day or the following days, and I'd comment on that as if I knew them. And I would go, hi, Paul, this is a really good post. Congratulations. Or happy birthday, Bob. Hope you had a great day. Or hi, Margaret. That's amazing. Really well done. And other people would look at that and they'd be like, oh, Chris knows Margaret. He knows Bob. He's just commented and said, hi, Bob, how are you doing? So it's a really good way of people looking from the outside and thinking that you know everybody. And they're like, hang on, this person's got 20 connections in common because, funny enough, we all live in the same area and we follow the same people, and he's commenting and talking to these people on their first name basis. Therefore, I assume that he is liked and trusted by those people. Trust me, if you're worried about people messaging back and saying, hang on, who the hell are you? They won't do it. They will just go, thanks very much, Chris. So it's a really easy way to engage with people in your local area by just literally talking to them as if you know them already. Use their first name. Oh, amazing, great pictures, or that's fantastic, Bob. But it's a really good way of people thinking you know everybody until eventually you kind of do know everybody, really. And I spend my life these days kind of liking and commenting on people that I know in the industry because they're people I know, like, and trust already. So you can really sort of ramp up your social presence quickly by doing that. Another thing that is key is engaging in local Facebook groups. Now, you can either do this as a business or you can do it on your personal profile as well. So it is called a personal brand for a reason. And what we're not looking to do is do like a pitch fest. What we're not looking to do is to be like, oh, I'm your local estate agent, by the way. I sell properties. If you want to sell properties, give me a call. Here's my phone number. Yeah, no, thank you very much. What we want to do is help people out and be part of the community. So, for example, if someone says, does anybody know a good recommendation for a plumber? Yeah, great. Tag in, Mary the plumber. They can help you out. They're really good. I've used them a few times before. You're not selling anything there. You are just helping people in your local area and helping them connect with other people in the local area as well. And if people see your name pull up time and time again on the local groups, they'll be thinking they're a helpful person. Oh, I recognize that person. I recognize you from the Facebook groups, actually. You're the one that helps people quite a lot. That's where you need to be with it. This is not in any way, shape, or form a blank check to spend all your time on social media. By now, you should have the understanding that you are a producer of content, not a consumer of content. So therefore, you pump out, you don't pump that stuff into your life. I mean, you can in your spare time. If you decide to binge, YouTube or Instagram between, 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night, go nuts, do whatever you like. But personally speaking, I would rather be a producer of social media than a consumer of social media. Therefore, it's your job to kind of pump it out for people to look at in the local area. So that is going to be relevant content that they can engage with. So really quick ways of doing it. Find places that people hang out in your local town online. And that is going to be schools, community centres, clubs, all that sort of stuff. Places where only local people hang out effectively or will follow. Work your way through and follow those people. Communicate with the local groups. If there's a local village group, great. Be on there, help them, add value. That's a really nice place to be. If you want to take this to the next level, when you connect with people, send them a hello message to say, hi, how you doing? So, for example, let's say I added someone who followed the local school, for example, and they accepted my connection request. Hi, hope you're okay. Thanks for accepting my connection request. Really kind of you. We both live in the same area, so I thought I'd just connect with you. Great. Thanks very much. I mean, you can make that as personalized as you like. You can send a voice note. You can send a video if you really want to go to town knit, or you can do a copy and paste. Here's the text every single time going out. There's loads of things you can do to touch base with people to start that communication going. But as we talked about before, one of the biggest issues you have as a business is, does anybody even know who you are? So they go, I think I recognize you from the local Facebook group, or don't you follow me on Instagram? You liked my picture from 2 weeks ago about the bonfires. Yeah, absolutely. That's me. I'm that local person. That is where you need to be with it. So there's a couple of really quick hacks about how to grow your social media in 2025. All of those together should probably take you 20 minutes a day. Really not a big deal. You can do it while you're having your lunch, not a drama. You don't need to spend hours and hours and hours scrolling on social media. Get in, do your liking, do your commenting, go on your groups, put some useful comments on there. Great, phone in pocket, let's get on with the rest of the day sort of thing. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I'll look forward to you commenting on social media and whatever else it might be in the future. Have a fantastic day and I'll catch up with you really soon.